Welcome to my review of the OIVO charging station with two rechargeable battery packs. Now this is a product that I bought for myself and my wife in order to charge our Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X compatible controllers. Now I have been testing it with both of those consoles, so Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S, as well as Xbox One S compatible controllers. Now this is an unpaid ad, so this is me buying the product and just reviewing it on my channel for no benefit. So firstly, obviously we're going to unbox the product. It's actually a really nice packaging this. It's really high quality feel to it, and they've actually done a really good job as using as little packaging as possible. So pretty environment friendly in that regard as well. And first up out of the box is the USB-C charge cable. Now this you can plug direct into obviously the charge station and your Xbox One console if you've got a spare port, or like me, if you're using all your ports for hard drives, you could just plug it direct into your extension for power, or even into a one of these power plugs that you can attach USB connections to. I'm using an old Apple one. So 3-year warranty card there, pretty impressive for such a cheap product. This I paid less than £20. I won't give you an exact price because obviously different suppliers charge different costs. So next up, one of the stars of the show is of course the recharge station. Now you do get a manual in the box, very easy to understand and read. It's actually a very simplistic product to put together here, no headaches. And I will actually show you during the course of the video, how to connect the recharge station and the batteries. So this is the charge station, really nice sleek design. It was well protected in the box. We've got our USB-C charge point there. Underneath where my thumbs are, they're actually rubber pads, so when you put this down it doesn't slip, which is great. And then obviously the battery points, which I'll go into a little bit later. So really light, bit of kit. And I do love the fact they've added rubber pads to the bottom of this recharge station because it doesn't slide around. These days you'd be surprised how many products don't do that and annoyingly slide about the top of the surface they're put on. But this one has got rubber feet, so it doesn't do that, which is great. So next up, the second star of the show is obviously the batteries, the rechargeable batteries. Really nice high quality feel here too. There's a notch in each of the batteries so that they mate with the charging station correctly. It's pretty hard to get this wrong. It'll only go in one way. Putting them into your controller is really easy as well. You basically follow that connection point there, just like on your Xbox One or Xbox Series X batteries. You've got that little interface. You're putting them in the same way as you're taking them out basically. So let's just recap what we get in the box. So obviously you've got the packaging, you've got your two rechargeable batteries, your recharge station, the USB-C cable, your manual, and your 3-year warranty card. So like I said, really nice high quality filled package, especially for something that's so cheap. I've actually bought two of these, one for me and one for my wife, and I've been testing now for 2 months and really happy with what I see, which is why I'm doing this review. So this is the USB-C charge cable and obviously the recharge station. I've put the batteries in there just for show at the moment, but basically you can't get this wrong. It goes in either way, upside down or the other way round. It's universal. So plug that in, nice firm connection, no wobble, and it's that simple. So then this end you're going to either plug into your Xbox or an independent power source for USB. Next up, this is obviously the recharge station and our batteries. Now as you can see, there is a notch in the battery that goes to the inside of the recharge station. If you look in the recharge station, you see that line there running through the center of the recharge seating for the battery, and you basically also see a down arrow to show you which way round it goes in, and it's as simple as that. Real easy to insert these. You basically make sure that that notch is facing the center and plug in your battery. So really simple, beautifully designed, easy to use product. So that's the unboxing part of the video concluded. I'm now going to give you some additional facts I think you need to know if you're interested in this product, as well as my final review. Now, the recharge time for the batteries on this OIVO recharge station is quoted at 3 to 4 hours by the manufacturer. In my testing, I actually found that it was taking as little as 3 hours to recharge the batteries. And after a recharge, I was finding pleasantly that I was getting around about 2 days use out of the controller with these batteries. Now, with the generic Xbox One batteries that are currently being supplied with the X and the S controllers as a rechargeable cable and battery solution from Microsoft, I'm actually finding that runs out about 5 to 7 hours. So I was pleasantly surprised that the batteries with this product were lasting longer, and at this moment, after 2 months, still do. So that's quite a niche feature compared to what Microsoft are supplying at the time I bought my console way back in November last year. Now, OIVO quote the battery life as 15 to 20 hours after a full charge, and I'm definitely seeing that from my tests that I've done over the last couple of months, and my wife is, because I've since bought her one of these to use for her controller, and she's also seeing a much better extension on battery life. So the other thing with this type of technology is that rechargeable batteries don't last forever. They will eventually get to the point where they don't recharge anymore. And with the OIVO product, the manufacturer quotes a 2,000 time recharge, which is a fair few recharges. Pretty typical for most manufacturers, to be honest, to quote that, but that's what they're saying in terms of recharge life, which means that's a fair amount of gaming before you start to see problems with these batteries. My experience is that with the Microsoft branded recharge batteries, they typically will die after about 10 to 12 months and not be rechargeable anymore for me. So it'll be interesting to see where I'm at kind of 10 months time from now with these batteries. So another really nice feature of the OIVO rechargeable battery station is that you have inbuilt LEDs that give you indications of whether or not a battery is charged or still needs charging. And the way that's indicated is you've got a green ring around a battery compartment that's fully charged and a red ring around a battery compartment that isn't charged or is still in the process of being charged. There's also a nice logo from OIVO that shows through once the LED's lit and the unit is powered. Actually quite nice and futuristic looking, this. I actually really like the design and the aesthetic. The other key thing you'll need to understand is how easy it is or isn't to replace batteries. The OIVO batteries are dead easy to replace. You literally just have to get them around the right way, and then putting that back cover onto your controller is a cinch. It's not very hard at all. I personally haven't had any issues removing batteries and putting replacement batteries in and getting that cover on and off of the controller. It's been very easy. It's a nice snug fit, and the batteries are the same form factor as the Xbox One batteries, or the official Xbox One batteries. So with all of that said, it's up to me now to give you a review score and my final conclusion on the OIVO rechargeable battery station plus 2 rechargeable batteries. And my experience over the last 2 months of this product has been very positive. As I said, I've got extended battery life from this, which I wasn't expecting at all, and the recharge times are very respectable from what I see at just over 3 hours, or 3 hours approximately. In terms of battery usage in itself, I mean, that is a massive plus for me, because I was getting really tired with the official Xbox One battery and recharge cable, because it's taking literally 7 hours of gameplay to drain it, and that is just not great. The OIVO, as I said, I'm using my controller now for a couple of days as opposed to 1 day at a time and having to change batteries, and I don't have that inconvenience of having to plug the charge cable in and ruining game parties for my friends with that horrible buzz that you get while the controller's recharging. So for me, this is a pretty much 10 out of 10 for cost, quality and everything else. I'm actually really happy with this product. I'm glad I bought it, and as I said, I've actually invested in a second one of these for my wife, so that we've now both got the convenience next to us to change our batteries as and when they die in the controller. So that concludes my review. Big thanks for anyone that's watched this far and listened to the whole video. It is a genuine review based on my experience. I'm not being paid for it. So any questions, just drop me some comments underneath the video and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can.